Hello there. My name is Hector. I've been doing computer tech work for since 1988. Yeah, I'm old. I remember from MS-DOS 2.5, 3.5, um, in like 89, then in 1990, um, Windows 3.1, in 1993, Windows 3.11 for networking, Windows 95, and 1995. 1996 Windows NT for networking, and we know Windows 98 and 2000 and XP and Windows Vista, whatever it was, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10. I don't know what's going to be next. So I've been around a little bit. I've also was a computer instructor for a few years, where I taught people to become computer technicians at both levels, not just computers, but networking, being able to connect computers together, set up a server, set up routers, connect company to the internet and through other companies on their web, on their infrastructure. I've been asked many times. People want to do what I do. People want to say, "Oh, I'm interested in what you do," because they see the passion that I speak with when people ask me about what I do, what is it that I make a living with. What they don't realize is they look at the top. They look at me at the top of the mountain, and they want to be at the top of the mountain, but they don't want to climb the mountain. They want that magic pool, like, okay, bring me up there. I want to be right here and go for it. I usually tell them that I don't want to discourage them. I don't want to discourage you, but like you have to know who you are. You have to know the kind of person you are. The best way to do this is to ask yourself, what is it that I do when I am not at school and when I am not at work or being paid to do something? What is it that I do when I'm at rest during leisure time? What is it that I do? Do I play video games? Do I go for drives? Do I go for hiking? Do I spend time with family and friends? Do I smoke crack? If you smoke crack on your time off, then you're a crackhead. Okay, that doesn't make you a technician. But you see what I'm saying. So, like, you have to know who you are. What is it that you can do without even getting paid? Like, without, something that comes natural to you. And this doesn't mean that you cannot do anything else, or you could multitask and do different things. I'm saying is the person who you are is the person who you are at rest. And in using your discipline, you can extend yourself. You can exert yourself to do other tasks also. So ask yourself that thing first. That also will help you decide and defining what is it that you should be doing to make it easy for you, because you want to have a good experience doing it. Not you only you cannot only concentrate on a few extra dollars. You have to concentrate whether this type of job gives me joy, brings me joy, makes me life easy, doesn't stress me out, doesn't stress all the people around me out. Okay. Yeah, dealing with computer work is being a detective, and at the same time, like, I don't know, a counselor or a psychiatrist or psych person to deal with the person with the problem. Show empathy to the person with the problem, with the user calling. Don't treat them as idiot. They are frustrated. They're under a lot of stress. So when they call you, they're gonna be stressed out. So if you have an attitude towards them that they're gonna resent that, they may not physically show it, whatever, but they're gonna resent it, and they're gonna hold that against you when solving the problem. If the user doesn't think the problem is fixed, it is not fixed. You could do jumping jacks, backflips, and if the user think that the problem is not fixed, it's not fixed. So always make sure that you address the issue at hand. What is it that they're trying to do? If they cannot print, don't wear off to, oh, the paint on the wall, the cable is disconnected. They don't care about that. They want to print. Make sure that they can print to their printer nearby, to a printer across town, whatever it is, print it, get it for them, give them the print job. Now that you did what they wanted to do, they will give you time to fix whatever is happening. But you delivered what they called for. They wanted to print, you print it, they're happy. Then you could go ahead and recommend all the other stuff that you need addressing. All right, you could do anything you want. Again, you are only limited by time and some physical attributes. All right, like people say, oh, you cannot fly. And I think maybe not, but maybe yes. The only thing that we are limited against by time. If you try flying for a long time, maybe you've run out of time and you will die. But that was your limit. Otherwise, if you live forever, if you live 2,000 years, you eventually fly. You will develop some kind of wings and fly. Again, don't try flying. Don't try jumping off the roof and attempt to fly. Besides being a detective and a diplomat, and again, when I say a diplomat, or it does not mean that a liar that you talk trash or you're a bullshitter, they will see through that. I mean a diplomat. Make sure that you have an attitude, an aptitude toward the problem that you're facing, dealing with people. We deal with people, not with machines. Machines don't have problems. People have problems. So when they call you, it's a person that you're dealing with. It's not a machine. Sometimes when some people refer to people like us to do the work we do, they refer to us like a geek, inadequate, stupid, dummy, social cripple. It's not the case. To be an effective technician, you have to have great customer service, as it is common known. It is diplomacy. You have to know how to talk to people, how to resolve a problem, how to reach consensus with people. Again, like as I said before, if the person doesn't think the problem is fixed, it's not fixed. If you give them new computers, new desk, they don't feel the problem is fixed. The problem still exists. Okay. Always research. Again, always be resourceful. Use the internet. The internet is like the wisdom of the world to this point in history, in our time. Use your colleagues and friends that have probably gone through this before. Okay, ask them. Don't be stubborn. Don't be an idiot. Only idiots and don't ask. Okay, you have to ask quickly. Ask, da, 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 pick up somebody's brains and resolve the problem. Treat everybody the same, approach the same with the same urgency. Of course, there are instances where if the person calling is a VIP or a high executive, you're gonna bring it up. You're gonna bring it up a notch. You're gonna try to solve this as ASAP. Don't waste a lot of time. Offer a solution, like I said, real quick. This is when you have to deliver to the issue immediately. Address it right away. If they need to get an email, make sure they get the email however you can quickly. Print it, send it, open that file quickly. Then ask if you can come back later on after the meeting, after the presentation, and you can address any other thing. But you deliver what they ask. They want to print, they print. They want to send a file, da da da. They want to access a web presentation, you deliver it, and then you come back however you can. Okay, you get that done. Then come back and address whatever loose ends were there to be addressed. Okay. Uh, let's see. I don't know. If you're part of a team, don't blame others. This is a big thing I've noticed, even in the company that I work with. Something happens sometimes and they blame somebody else. Me, I'm blamed a lot. Oh, that was Hector. Oh, Hector did this. Oh, Hector did this. So instead of fixing it, you're wasting time orchestrating or bringing people into the mix. I don't know, so you could feel better. So you could say, "I am not Hector. I'm gonna fix this." Da, da, da. No, no, you don't do that. Don't blame people. It makes you look stupid because a lot of time the people know they could see through you. So don't blame people. Don't blame anybody. Okay, take that opportunity to learn. Address the issue at hand. Don't involve anybody else. Don't throw anybody under the bus, which most of the time is wrong. And anyway, so don't blame anybody. Take ownership of the situation yourself right there. Fix it. And then if you have anything to say to anybody else in the team, come over and discuss. Listen, there was an issue going on here. In whatever way, shape, or form you want to discuss that or address it to the team if you want to, if you think it's to the benefit, you bring it up. But do not blame anything on anybody else. Okay? What is this? I don't know. Again, customer service, diplomacy. Uh, Show them that you are going to take care of this, that you're gonna help them out, that you're going to leave the office until the problem is fixed. And if you step out for a second, make sure that you get back to them and do get back to them within the allowed time, within the agreed upon time. If you're going to pass the issue to somebody else, make sure that you inform the user of what's happening. What you did, pass that information along to the next tech and tell the user this tech named Peter is going to be calling you back within half hour. Make sure that they do, and they're going to continue where we left off. Okay. What else? Huh. Um, let's see. What can we do? Don't use. Leave your brain out of it. Don't be a genius. Sometimes you think, oh, to be a technician, you have to be a genius. What you have to have is good common sense, diplomacy, investigative skills, and good common sense. Do not get your brain all hooked up. Leave your brain out of the way. Is investigate with the user. What's going on? Okay, has this happened before? What has the resolution been? What is it that you're trying to do? Show me how are you trying to do this task? When was the last time you were able to do it successfully? What happens when it doesn't work? Does the program itself crash? Does it affect all the programs that are running at the same time? Does the computer shut down? Do you have to restart the computer, or simply reopening the application fixes it? Is it that it hanged and you cannot end it, or is it that it freezes but then it comes back, then it comes on again? Are you trying to access resources stored on the local computer, or are they being stored on the network somewhere, or on the web, or on the cloud? Are other users having the same problems? Those that only happen from this computer. For example, if somebody else logs into this computer, can they access those resources? Okay. So what you're trying to determine, is it happening to the entire network? Is it an issue with the user? Is it a computer issue? Is it a network issue? Is it a user profile issue? Does it happen when you first log in? Does it happen in the middle of the day? Does it happen when you're about to log off? I don't know. Do you happen when you have multiple applications open? And what are those applications that you have open when the problem happens? If the user does not know this, just walk them through replicating the issue. Okay, just walk them around. Determine whether the issue is, according with the information they give you, immediately determine whether the issue is user-based, what I call it DUE. I'm not going to go into that. Is it user-based? Is it the user causing the problem? Is it a software issue? Is it an operating system issue? Or is it an application issue? Okay, many different things. Network, internet, whatever, depending on what it is that they're trying to do. User sometimes lie. Not that they lie because they're liars, but because sometimes they withhold information, thinking that you're gonna judge them. Okay, that they don't want to feel that they do not know. So make sure that you walk this thing line carefully there. Otherwise, they're going to resent you, and they're not going to accept the result of your work. Okay, they're going to say that it's not fixed, that you know what you were doing, that you were rude or whatever. So make sure that they're going to come up with an explanation. Probably they broke something and they don't want to tell you. So don't make them like that. You have to use diplomacy to address this issue without making the user feel uncomfortable. Okay. Like I said, a lot they probably broke something. They don't want to say anything. So make sure that that you don't blame him, and that they don't feel blamed um, for whatever is happening. You're there to help, to fix it, not to make things worse, or to blame the user for whatever is happening. So besides that, technically wise, you have to be able to perform day-to-day operations on a network. Resetting password, setting password, reconfiguring profile, connecting printer, giving access to data, installing browser plugins, I don't know, data set device drivers, replacing hard drives, imaging computers, determining quickly whether cabling inside of the computers with a drive, with a video card, RAM, CPU, processor, power supplies. You need to know quickly where the issue lays, what could be the problem according with the system diagnostics. If you're not sure what's going on, ask the user to save the data and reboot the computer. A lot of times you're gonna see a lot of stuff during the reboot. You may be able to look at the logs, at the system logs, and see if anything, if the system had a time to log the application that was in RAM when the problem happens. All right, just like a detective, when something happens, he wants to come in and he wants to talk to witnesses. So sometimes application in memory are witnesses. They know, and then you will know how many applications were running when the problem occurred. Okay, so you want to use that um, to your advantage. Again, ask a senior technician or somebody that you work with if they know, if they have run into this problem before. Okay, I'm sure somebody already have, and if they not, then just go on the internet, do a quick browsing, and you will find the information you are looking for. We're talking about already. Do not show off user. Do not joke about their problems. Um, you know, take notes. Take notes about what was going on during your inquiries with the user. Make sure that you have a good understanding, even if it's not for you to fix, but you have information that you will pass along to your peer, to your coworker, to whomever you're handing the task to, so they don't have to repeat the same things you did all over again. Okay. Um, you are replaceable. Know that. Always do the work. Always perform your task the way that the supervisor wants you to do, even if you think it's stupid, even if you think it's dumb. Sometimes the supervisor may request you to do certain things the way he asks you, because of that's the way he sees it. He's responsible for the whole thing, so he wants to make sure that you're doing things within code, within the accepted standard. This is more like I don't know, depending on the personality of the boss. Sometimes there are bosses that they let you free. You could fix. You could use your own a little bit of your brain on your own thing, and you could use your own judgment on addressing an issue. Some others do not. They want you to do things the way they want, or don't do them at all. So you have to make sure if you're dealing with a type of boss, make sure that you ask them as their advice on anything before you do it. Okay, otherwise they're gonna say it's wrong, it's broken, it's not working. Burn the place down, like that. And the other users say, listen, go fix it, document what you do, put it on the documentation site, so for the rest of the team to see it, or at least they could see if the user calls back and say that they never got the work done. Okay, do the work the best you can, make it work, document. Nah, don't cut corners. Make sure they do things right. Even if they trust you. So if you have somebody that trusts you, that they're gonna let you do the work, but they're going to expect you to document the fix. Okay. Always learn. Don't stop learning. There is always something else to learn from people, from your partner, from anybody. The things with computers that is humbling. There are stuff on a computer that for some people may be frustrating. I never see it as frustrating. I see it as a learning opportunity. You could be doing the same exact task every time. There's going to be one time, there's going to be one day, one morning that you're going to come up and the thing is not going to work. Again, there's one task that used to be 1, 2, 3. Next time you're going to do it, it's going to be 5, 7, 8. You don't know why. That's dealing with computers. Sometimes you have to hack it. Sometimes things work smoothly. Sometimes things doesn't work. Doesn't matter what you do, they do not work at all. It could be a simple thing like installing a print driver. It doesn't work. What are you doing this time? Call somebody else. Call one of your guys to take over. A new fresh of eyes. Take a little break. Go for a walk. But the main thing I said is give it to somebody else, and you will see. Don't feel embarrassed if they've been there for 2 minutes, and the team, and you've been there for 100 years, and they come in and they fix things in like 2 seconds. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. Accept that. Give them compliment. If they fix it, give them compliment and tell them how good they are. Okay, say thank you. How they fix that? Thank you very much. You want to make a joke about it, but don't take it too seriously. Don't take it like you're a genius because you've been there for 100 years, and this rookie that's been there for a month, there's no way that I'm going to ask him to help me. I do that all the time. Even when I was teaching a class, I used to ask my students. For example, if I have 50 students, I would say you're gonna learn things. You're gonna learn to do things one way. I'm going to learn to do that thing 50 different ways because I have 15 different users with different brains, with different mentality, with different approach, doing all kinds of stuff that I have never seen before. So during classes, I usually learn the most because I had 50 teachers. They only have one. Okay. So again, I hope this little chat helps you make up your mind in whether you want to, fix computers or work on networking or, and make sure that again that this is not about fixing machines. This is about customer service. You're providing customer service. I am a social cripple. I think this is why I decided to become a computer teacher to attack that weak part of me. Okay, I also have a speech problem. I stutter. If I get too emotional, too excited, I'm sure throughout this video is full of me stuttering. I don't have a problem with that. This is who I am. So when I took my classes, this is one of my biggest fears. Okay, speaking in public, and not just to one person, speaking sometime to 50 people in 50 different ways, because when you teach, it's not you. For example, you took this video, you listened to my rambling here. It may take 2 or 3 more videos like this for you to get a grasp on this. So when you teach, when I used to teach, I used to have sometimes to rephrase and redeliver the message in different ways so everybody could get it. Okay, if the message is not delivered, if the recipient doesn't get the message, you waste your time and you waste their time. Okay, so it's not about just knowing, having the knowledge, having the message. You have to have a way to deliver the message and have that message effectively reach and consume by the intended audience, by the target. Okay, that's the quality of good teaching. That's the quality of good sharing of information. That's the quality of a good conversation. Even when you talk to somebody, make sure that you both exchanging information and you both feeding out of each other and you both digesting the information that you both sharing. Okay, so find read some books, I guess. Volunteer for a place where they teach computers, computer programming, web design. Do it for free. Do it for your friends, family and friends. Buy a crappy computer somewhere and try to buy parts and put it together and load the operating system. Explore with a Macintosh computer. Explore with Unix computers. This video right now I'm recording on a Unix computer. It's on an Arch Linux machine. Sorry that this video went a little bit too long. Like I said, I'm very passionate about this subject. I've been doing this for a long time, and hope that some of my advice helped you. If 10% of this message is useful to you, then I feel like I've done a pretty cool job. Okay. If you have any comments, just post it before on the line. You post it on this video. I'm not going to edit this video. I'm just going to leave it just like this. It's in perfection. This is fine. I have no problems with that. Alright, thanks again for watching, and good luck on becoming a tech or whatever it is you want it to become. Alright, thanks for watching.